Getting your NVOCC or OFF license from the Federal Maritime Commission requires you to purchase a surety bond to provide proof of financial responsibility. This is a requirement by the FMC before they will process your application and issue you a license. In this short video, I'm going to help you understand the key difference between an NVOCC and OFF that directly affects the bond, what a surety bond is, why this bond is required, how much this bond is going to cost you, and how to purchase this bond for the lowest possible price. NVOCC versus OFF. NVOCC stands for Non-Vessel Operating Common Carrier. OFF is an ocean freight forwarder. Both are ocean transportation intermediaries, or OTIs. At a high level, NVOCCs take responsibility, actually financial responsibility, and ownership of their customers' cargo to get it to the final destination. And OFF is different. They're more of an intermediary. They kind of hook up sometimes land transportation to warehousing and then ocean transportation to get the cargo to its final destination. For our discussion of the surety bond, the key difference is the NVOCC takes legal responsibility as the official shipper of their customers' goods. And as you're going to see like in the next section, this is going to impact the price or the amount of the bond between the two. What is a surety bond? It's good to understand the full surety bond agreement. Click in the upper right-hand corner and watch our video, What is a Surety Bond? Well, you'll understand all three parties that are involved and how they kind of intertwine together and why this is required for you to purchase. At a high level, a surety bond is a three-party insurance agreement required by the FMC, has financial responsibility that you're going to perform your duties as an OTI with responsibility and proper ethics. The FMC is called the obligee. They're the ones requiring you to purchase the bond. The surety is the insurance company that writes the bond. And you are the principal, the OTI responsible for fulfilling your duties. The surety bond amount. OFFs, or ocean freight forwarders, are required a bond amount of $50,000. NVOCCs are required a bond amount of $75,000. Remember, I told you it's going to be a little bit higher because of their responsibility. However, if you're an NVOCC and you're conducting or managing routes from the United States to China, there's an additional bond rider of $50,000, and I'll explain why in a minute. If you're a non-resident of the United States NVOCC, but you're doing business with America shipping lanes, the surety bond amount is $150,000. And then finally, if you're forming a business entity with multiple OTIs, here's how this is going to work. You're going to total up all the bond amounts, depending upon if you're an OFF or an NVOCC, for all the OTIs in your organization. Then you're going to pay either the lesser of that total or $3 million. Why does the FMC require this bond? The FMC requires this bond because they're vouching for you as a licensed OTI authority, somebody the public can trust to get their precious goods and cargo to the final destination. Unfortunately, there are going to be OTIs who may lose or damage goods due to negligence, not pay shippers the correct amount, lie or falsify shipping documents, purposefully try to defraud a customer or shipping company. So the bond protects customers from these fraudulent acts, and the different bond amounts are the financial limit afforded to the customers in case of any of these types of things happen. Now remember, I said that if you're an NVOCC who is conducting routes between the United States and China, there's that additional $50,000. This particular rider is there because it's for fines and fees imposed by the Chinese government. So that's why that does exist. How much does this bond cost? The cost of this surety bond is determined by primarily personal credit, business history and experience, business financials may be a factor too. The surety, remember the insurance company who writes the bond, will use this information and determine a rate. This rate multiplied by your particular bond amount is going to be the cost. A 1% is a great rate. On average, it's usually 3% to 5%. Let's go over some examples, and we'll use the $75,000 NVOCC bond as the example for the bond amount. A 1% rate, the cost would be $750. 2%, the cost would be $1,500. 3%, the cost is $2,250. A 4% rate would cost $3,000. The key to getting the lowest rate is to get multiple quotes from multiple sureties. And this is why Surety Bonds Direct is so valuable. But more on that in a minute. Once you purchase your bond, it's valid for 1 year, at which time you'll have to renew it. The renewal process does require a brand new rate, but typically it's a great opportunity for you to get a lower rate as long as you're conducting business throughout the year in a great way. Why use a specialized surety agency? Surety Bonds Direct is a specialized surety agency. This means that we work with multiple sureties and collect multiple quotes so that we can provide our customers with the lowest possible price. And this can make a big difference. Sureties come back to us with multiple quotes ranging all over the place, and this can potentially save you thousands of dollars. We get it too. This is an expensive bond or a potentially expensive bond, and you may qualify for bond financing to break the payment up, but first you have to get your quote and then talk to your bond specialist to get more details. An additional benefit with working with Surety Bonds Direct is we will e-file the bond for you with the Federal Maritime Commission so that you don't have to do anything. When it comes time to renew your bond, Surety Bonds Direct makes the process really easy. We'll contact you well in advance to make sure that we can get you that new rate updated and keep your bond active. These are the details about the OTI Surety Bond. If you have any questions about this, ask in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Visit suretybondsdirect.com where you can get your free no obligation quote. You can also talk to a real person calling 1-800-608-9950. Thanks for watching. I hope it helped.